Welcome to today's foundation class with Mathemasoft. My name is Mr. Legend and I'm your tutor. And today we will be discussing addition and subtraction of like terms. The problems with like terms sometimes generate a lot of issues with students. And the first thing is that you have to understand when we say something are like terms. Just the grammar that we use there, like terms, means that the terms that are alike. So in other words, in mathematics, we have the culture of grouping things according to their categories. Take for instance, if you are to arrange fruits, arrange mangoes with mangoes, arrange oranges with oranges, arrange bananas with banana. So it is in our culture that things that look alike should be treated together. And for us to actually go there, we want to start with just ordinary number. In mathematics, we can combine numbers with numbers. 5 can be combined with 3, but the thing that can actually give you issue there is managing the signs that they carry. Let's start with this. The signs combination in mathematics, sometimes you may have numbers with the same signs. Okay, if we have number with the same signs, and when I say signs, the numbers, the signs that we are relating with here, we are talking about negative sign or positive sign. If you look at the example 1, we have -5 -3. Always pay attention to the signs, and sometimes if you are just a beginner, it's good that you even pronounce it out so that it can be registered in your brain. So the numbers that you have here are not 5 and 3. The numbers you have here are -5 and -3. Now, what is the logic when you have same sign? Because they are same sign, definitely they are family, so they will combine. So since this is minus, my result definitely will result in minus because they are of the same sign. Pronounce what we have, -5 -3. What we have here is not -5 times -3. Please pay attention to that. What we have is simply -5 -3. It should be read like that. So if you have -5 -3, because we separate them like this, we see that they are of the same sign, so the same sign. And because they are of the same sign, they will combine because they belong to each other. So 5 plus 3 will give me 8. So -5 -3 will result to -8. Don't forget, when they are of the same signs, you are to combine them because they are family. They belong to each other. Now, we can try this. -6 -15. Now, because they are of the same sign, -6 -15, then I will say that what? The answer will result in minus. Then 6 plus 15 will give me 21. And this will give me -21. That's for the negative signs because they are of the same signs. The same thing goes with the positive signs. +5 plus 10, because they are both positive, so this will be positive. 5 plus 10 will give me 15. +11 plus 11, because both of them are plus, so the same sign we combine. 11 plus 11 will give me 22. That is the category when they are of the same sign. So what can we derive from here? When they are of the same sign, you add them together and the sign will be what? Retained. Now, if you go here, different signs, you have to pay attention to this. What happens when they are of different signs? Let me write the first one. -5 plus 3. Now here, the signs are different. The first thing you need to determine is that what? Which of the sign is carrying a bigger number? So which of the signs here are carrying the bigger number? We can see that it is minus that is carrying a bigger number because we have -5. 5 is naturally bigger than what? 3. So this negative sign is the one that is attached with the bigger number. So because the negative is the one that is assigned with the bigger number, negative sign will eventually win. So the result will be what? In negative, because the negative is the one carrying a bigger number. And then because they are separate sign, different sign, different means that we are going to subtract them. So different sign, that will be 5 minus 3, and then that will give us what? 2. So the answer will result to what? Minus 2, negative 2. Don't forget, same sign you had, different sign you subtract. The only thing here is that you have to look at the one that is the sign that is bigger, so that you will know the sign that your result will carry. So here also, you can see we have minus 6, and then we have plus 15. Which of the sign is carrying a bigger number? Plus is carrying a bigger number because it is attached with what? 15, and 15 is naturally greater than 6. So plus will eventually win, and then I will say, since they are of different signs, 15 minus 6 will give me 9. And then this answer here will be plus 9. So we can try this. I know some of you must have written the answer even before I do this. I have plus 5. I have minus 10. Minus is the one carrying a bigger number. So minus will eventually result. And then because they are of different signs, I'm going to take them out of what? Each other. 10 minus 5 will give me 5. My answer will be minus 5. Here, pay attention. I have plus 11. I have what? Minus what? 11. Okay. I have plus 11. I have minus 11. Now, which of the sign is bigger? None of them. So I'm not going to put any sign because none of them is bigger. 11 and 11. Plus is having the same number with negative. So that already tells me that there will not be any sign because none of them wins. None of them is bigger. But because they are of different sign, I will have to do 11 minus 11, and that will give me 0. So that is why you can never have minus 0 or plus 0. 0 will always be what? 0. So if you understand this, then this become very, very easy. Don't forget, when I was talking about like terms, what looks alike? Variables in mathematics are your alphabet, A to Z or A to Z, depending on your pronunciation. So A to Z can be used as our variables. And what is the meaning of variables? The variable is the unknown. That is, that particular thing that you do not know its value in the equation, but you have to what? Get it. Now let's look at this. We have 5x plus 3x. So here you must pay attention that our numbers naturally are carrying plus sign. They are carrying addition sign. Take for instance, when I write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These numbers, anytime you do not see any sign being written at the front or the back of a number, definitely that number is positive. So in other words, if you really want to read these numbers according to their sign, I will be saying plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5. But because plus sign, if it's starting a number and it's not joining it to another number, you may decide not to write it. If it's negative sign, you must write it. But if it's positive sign, it may not be written, except when it is being used to join another number. But if it's not joining another number, take for instance, it's plus 2. Plus 2 is standing alone. I don't need to put the plus there. I will just say ordinary 2. So in other words, when you look at this, x, that's the first thing you must check. If this is x, that means that what? They are of the same term. Then I will pay attention to their what? Numbers. It's just like saying this is mango and this is also mango. So here I have what? 5 mangoes plus 3 mangoes. Of course, you will answer me now that I'm using fruits. 5 mangoes plus 3 mangoes will give you 8 mangoes. In other words, there is a plus sign here, but that is invisible, that is not written. So that is plus 5 plus 5. Don't forget, this fall on the what? Category of the same sign. So since it is plus, it will result to what? Plus. And because they are of the same sign, I will join them together. 5 plus 3 will give me 8. And I have what? X there. I will definitely just put my X. So it's just like saying 5 mangoes plus 3 mangoes, 8 mangoes. Do I need to put this plus? No, because it's not joining it with another number. Plus sign may not be written. Here also, yes, they have the same sign, but I will first check the terms. X and X goes together because they are of the same term. So I can now do them together. I will now look at this minus 6 minus 15. The number behind them is called, the number behind the variable is called coefficient. You may just note that for some of our other classes. So it's called coefficient. I hope I'm correct with the spelling. So it's called coefficient. So meaning that what? If I ask you what is the coefficient of x here? Plus 5. What is the coefficient of x here? Plus 3. What is the coefficient of x here? Minus 6. What is the coefficient of this x? Minus 15. So since they are of the same term, x and x, focus on their coefficient. It is just like you are doing minus 6 minus 15. Minus and minus, same sign. So the result will result in minus. Since they are of the same sign, I'm adding them. 6 plus 15, that is 21. Then 21 what? 21x. You can see here, I cannot claim this minus. Because if it is minus, it must be written. But if it is plus, just like this plus here, I may decide not to what? Write it. Here also, pay attention. Plus, minus, but the term is in y and y. That means that we can combine them since it's the same term. But I have plus, minus, different sign. What did I say under the different sign? Which of them, of the sign, is having a bigger number? You can see here that it is minus that is carrying a bigger number because 10 is naturally bigger than 5. Since minus is the one carrying a bigger number, the result will be in minus, but it's different sign. Then I'm going to check their difference. What is the difference between 10 and 5? So that's 10 minus 5. That is what? 5. Minus 5 what? Minus 5y. So the same thing here. Plus 11y minus 11y. Different sign. Which of the sign is carrying a bigger number? None. They are both 11, 11. So there will not be any sign here. Then, because it's different sign, I will check their difference. I will subtract them. 11 minus 11, that is what? 0. 0 what? 0 y. But 0 y is what? 0 times y will be what? Eventually 0. So my answer is what? 0. I hope you find this class helpful. And if you do, please share this class, this video right now, with people around you, students around you, and let us help them to get the foundation right. If the foundation is strong and if it is made right, definitely we can build other knowledge in mathematics on it. My name remains Mr. Legend. Subscribe to our channel and do click on the notification button. You can check the link in the comment section for assessment so that you can also try out some questions in this category to check your understanding. Thank you. Bye.